Hey everybody, Ed Casper here, Casper Ag Solutions. We're out in the shop today, standing in front of chaos, the way I like it. All put together, ready to go if we need to. We could just push her back in her spot and ignore her if we have to. We've got through the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We flipped the calendar. That means it's officially planter season. Before we get rolling on planter season and all the open houses and planter clinics, there's something that I wanted to touch base on that I talk to all my customers about. What to consider when you're pulling your planter out of the shed, start getting it ready. I hear all the time, you know, you got your shock jocks on social media and you got your old timers, and I appreciate all of them. But I hear all the time where guys say, you know what, my 60-year-old planter does just as good a job as those new planters with all those gizmos and gadgets. I tell them all the exact same thing. I say, you're exactly right. There's no doubt that your older planter with no technology can do just as good of a job as the new planters. I was in a high yield group for a couple years. The guy that won the high yield in the high yielding group, he had a blue planter, finger pickup, and springs on his parallel arms for his downforce system. But he planted it 3 miles an hour. So when you pull your planter out of the shed and you start thinking and getting ready for plant 25, time is the most important variable of the planting season. Time is the most important consideration when you look at that planter of yours and what you're trying to accomplish. The gentleman who won the high yield contest with his blue planter and finger pickups, he had time to plant at 3 miles an hour. What we're running into here in my area, Northern Illinois, Southern Wisconsin, is there's not many people that farm that don't have 2, 3, 5, 10 other things going on to help them pay the bills. So in the last few years, we've learned so much more about how important the right conditions are when you go to plant your corn. We've learned more about how important that is, but yet at the same time, it seems like our window of opportunity seems to be getting smaller and smaller. And then take on top of that the other things that you've got to accomplish in the day, not to mention you got to go plant corn. So guys are looking to get bigger planters and go faster. Well, the faster you want to go, the more important these attachments become. Do you need them to be successful? Absolutely not. But I've got customers covering 2, 3, 4, 4,500 acres of corn with one 24-row planter, because the ability to find another human to run that other planter, for now, those days are gone. So we need one planter to plant as well as possible and cover as many acres as we can in as good a conditions as we can get out there in. So feel free to give me a call. There's not too much I haven't seen. I don't know it all, but I've seen a lot. But when you look at your planter, I want you to think about time. If we're gonna invest in something, and that goes back to kind of our 2 rules of thumb. Number 1, is it gonna make us bushels? That's always important. Number 2, is it gonna make us safer and or more efficient? If it falls into one of those 2 criteria, might be something worth looking at. So with that, keep that in mind. Look at your planter, think about time. Are we gonna get our crop in a timely fashion in the window of opportunity that gives us the best chance we can to maximize those bushels? So with that, we'll be seeing a lot more of you on YouTube this year. As always, my number 309-208-0117. Feel free to give me a call and chit chat, and we'll see if we can help you out. Thanks.